Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 1. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this. I'm going to talk non-spoilers quickly, and then I'm going to review it in spoilers. Because I'm sure most people probably would have watched some of it by now at least. But just to kind of, I guess, discuss the non-spoilers of it all anyway. This was a massive step up. I feel like this has now lived up to the hype. If everyone remembers when Stranger Things first came out, there was just this sort of buzz around it, and it just hit it. It was lightning in a bottle. Very well made show. Yes, there were some tropes and things like that, but that's the point of it as well. This is the same as that. It feels very much on par with the quality of Season 1, in my eyes anyway. These are noticeably longer episodes because, to me, it seems like we know that they've only got one more season left. So they've significantly increased the runtime of each episode. Some are like an hour and 40 minutes long. They are basically movies. So I feel like what we're seeing here almost is 2 seasons in one. Now, we've been led to believe from the start that the Duffer Brothers have had this, big overarching plan. I don't know whether that's going to be the case or not, whether they've condensed things or rushed things. I don't know. But Season 4 didn't feel rushed. It felt almost like 2 seasons in one. Obviously, it's not over yet. We've got 2 more episodes left, which are huge in runtime. These are movies. But this really is a step above what it has been previously. This feels like Season 1 lightning in a bottle again, to me. The cinematography was great. The effects were very well done for the most part. Some of it obviously isn't, stellar, but it's all passable. And like I said, it's a very good show. I really like this show now, again, because I feel like it has dipped and dived in quality, but this was exceptional. Musical choices, once more, great. Framing, great. The Duffer Brothers have this sort of unique style of almost doing a diagonal up, almost like a 25-degree up shot. So the camera's sort of low down, almost as if someone's kneeling on the floor. It's an interesting camera choice for framing purposes, but I quite like it. Again, music's great. Story's great. I was a bit concerned that they released 8 minutes online before the show had even been released. Obviously, I watched that, but like I said, I was a bit concerned by that. I don't understand why they chose to do that. I can't remember if they've done that for previous ones. But yeah, this was something special. This was something really special. So again, it's not perfect. Let's sort of discuss in spoilers what I liked and what I didn't like. But I can wholeheartedly recommend this one. I had a very good time with this. Very good time. Again, to me, it captures very well Season 1 lightning in a bottle. So here's your spoiler warning. Let's talk full spoilers. Now, we're much older. Everyone's much older, and you've obviously seen all of this. And if you haven't, well, obviously, the significant time has passed since last season. So everyone's much older. People have moved away. Jane is living a normal life, and it's sort of all settling in, I guess. But she's not really settling in. But she is. She's having normal teen problems. So she's sort of bullied at her current high school in California. And I think they did a really good job of portraying California as well as some of the individuals that live there, sort of greasy and grimy, very much sort of sun-kissed worshippers, that sort of thing. But there's definitely a distinct difference between the people in California in terms of their casting, as well as the individuals who were in Hawkins. And they did a really good job with that, because it allows you to differentiate nicely, and it separates the two places very well. In this series, we're basically following 2 stories. Well, 3 technically. But we follow the California lot, and then we also follow the Hawkins lot. So we're following 2 distinct groups of individuals basically running, I guess, in conjunction with one another. So Elle still lost her powers. She doesn't have any powers anymore, 11. And a new threat emerges, Vecna. I think they did spoil that too much from the trailers. They didn't need to show this humanoid character living in the Upside Down. I think that was a shame. I genuinely think that was a bit of a shame that they spoilt that. And for the most part, the effects of that character actually works really, really well. I think they did a pretty good job there. But obviously, this is the new threat. Vecna. The undead wizard in Dungeons and Dragons. Anyway. But we learn as the season continues, right up to the last episode anyway, of Volume 1, is that this wizard is actually number 1. The very first individual that Dr. Brenner had encountered with powers. And it was actually his battle with 11 that sent him to the Upside Down, which then twisted him and turned him into this being, this Vecna character. Now, I'm still unsure realistically where they're going with this, whether it was 11 that had sort of ripped a doorway between dimensions, how they get their powers, where they're getting their powers from. You know, one of my main gripes of this series on a whole is the lack of explanations. You can throw out as many good things as you like, but without any explanations, it becomes a bit annoying. So, you know, I like where they're going with this because it seemingly is that they are actually explaining stuff now. This Vecna character gets sent into the Upside Down, and I'm guessing starts being sort of corrupted by, you know, the Mind Flayer that lives there, the beings that live there. But I will say, why haven't we seen him before? And I always say that, you know, when they bring out new things, why haven't we seen him before? You know, why? Why not? Why would we have not seen this being before? What was he doing in the interim? He's been there ever since, 11 was still at the compound, the laboratory. So I'm always confused how they're going to go around explaining things like that. But I'll wait to see. We'll see how that goes. Now, the journey of 11 getting her powers back is exploring her backstory. It's a really good mechanism by which she explores her backstory, or a mechanism by which a character can explore a backstory. Rather than just needless flashbacks, they've incorporated, the Duffer Brothers, the flashbacks of 11's life at the laboratory as, you know, as a narrative point to her getting her powers back. Dr. Brenner's back and is running the Nina Project. The Nina Project is a way that 11 can get her powers back. That's as much as you realistically need to know, and you would have known if you've watched it. But then we have the other story. You know, we got Dustin, Lucas, Max, and new character Eddie Munson, Nancy, or the Hawkins lot, basically fighting Vecna. And it's this sort of story of them, and I'm guessing it's going to culminate in, you know, Vecna, 11, and then the Hawkins lot all coming together to defeat Vecna. Now we also have, Hopper, Sheriff Hopper. I definitely think David Harbour has upped his acting capabilities. He does a really good job in this season. I think he's done a very, very good job. Really, really brought it home. Now he's obviously in Russia. They explain that away quite nicely. Look, on a whole, I really have no gripes with this show at all. There's really nothing that makes me go, ugh. I didn't roll my eyes at anything. I was, like I said in my non-spoiler review section of this video, is that they've genuinely captured that lightning in a bottle feel again. And I think that's something really special. I think they've done a very good job here. I like to give as much of criticism as I do praise. I try to be as objective as possible, but I don't think there's really not much here to criticize aside from the lack of explanations. You know, and I say that, and I'm sure people will go, okay, but then there's still 2 episodes left, and there's still a whole nother season left. So I'm sure they will explain it. I hope so. That's my only critique, is that they haven't explained it. In fact, as I'm reviewing this, I've just received a text message from a friend saying, Stranger Things, they still haven't explained anything. Did 11 create it? I don't think she did. I don't think she created the Upside Down. I think she ripped a doorway to the Upside Down to push number 1 into. I'm guessing. Because he is, Vecna, number 1, is not the Mind Flayer. He's a part of the Upside Down now. So, strong praise from me. It worked. All round it worked. And Aliens fans will like this show as well. Again, for obvious reasons. Because we've got certain characters back. Or certain actors back. So I don't really have much else to say aside from I really enjoyed it. I had a very good time with this. And I cannot wait for the last 2 episodes to hopefully explain stuff rather than just have a big final battle. I want some things explained. If this show, goes to its next season and doesn't explain anything, I think we're at that point there where I'm going to start, I'm going to be really annoyed, basically. It's going to be Lost all over again, or, it's just mystery box after mystery box. And they're not satisfying. You need to explain stuff. So if you've seen it, I'd love to hear any and all of your thoughts down below. What did you like? What did you dislike? Do you think, like I did, that they have captured that lightning in a bottle again? Let me know down below. Cheers though, guys. Hit like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care.